Hello, everyone, and welcome to We Are Forza podcast. Today we have Yarrokon with us. Hi, Yarrokon.
Hello, how are you?
I am fine. And I have to say that I am very happy that you are with me on this episode because this is a special episode. It's our first anniversary.
Right
Yes,
on.
yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. 1 year ago, the first episode was released, and today the 21st episode is being released. So it's very nice to know that
Yeah.
been I have been so far with this podcast. Sorry.
I know 1 year ago you decided to chuck a quarter of your life away into the abyss of podcasting.
Yes, exactly.
Congratulations.
Let's do something that I don't know. And I would like to thank you because I have said it before. And if you helped me a lot with this podcast.
You're welcome.
Yes. And still you help me when I don't know how to do something. I send a message to Yarrokon, how do I do this? And then you say, just do it, woman. It's simple.
It is. Yeah. You've done a wonderful job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm trying. So, for those that don't know, Yarrokon is he is a streamer, a YouTuber, a photographer in Forza, and he's my friend. Yes, he's my friend. Yes, we have this. He's my friend, so he's here with me, talking to me, and we all are going to get to know him better because there are still things about Yarrokon that I don't know. Yes, but maybe I know some too much things about him, too much information. Because we stream together, we have our co-stream every Thursday. So yes, now we talk a lot there.
Yeah.
But let's go back to Forza and you. So let's see. What's the first Forza game you have ever played?
Motorsport 3.
Yeah. And
that was when Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say that was my very first console as well.
Okay.
I've been playing games since the 80s, or like 79, 80. And I've never owned a console. It's always been PC. And I decided to get the Halo Reach edition of the 360.
Okay.
So I got that. And I got that to play with some friends that I grew up with that had moved to Eastern United States.
Mm-hmm.
So they got me into Call of Duty. That was when Black Ops originally came out. And my other friend told me to get Forza.
Okay.
I was like, are there any good racing games on this thing? He's like, yeah, get Forza. That's the best.
Okay.
And I couldn't put it down.
Thanks, Dan. Yep. What's your favorite car?
Right now, and for some time, it's been the Porsche 918 Spider, in game and real life.
Okay. Do you have a favorite color for that car?
Doom livery.
Doom livery, yes.
That's the color, Doom livery.
Doom livery. Okay, so it's basically black.
Yes.
Yep. And do you have a favorite track in Forza? It can be both Horizon or Motorsport.
So
doesn't matter.
Motorsport, it's the big Nuremberg.
Yeah.
And Horizon 3 is the Goliath in Horizon 3.
Okay.
I've driven a couple hundred hours in that Goliath.
You want some experience, XP points?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Every day I came home from work, I would do about 5-6 laps.
Oh, yeah. Back into Forza Horizon 3, I would start. I would start the days with it, so I would make 3 laps. I think I had already a blueprint ready, and it would be 3 laps.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would be able to do it in Forza Horizon 5 because of Goliath is much bigger. I think in Forza Horizon 3 it would take less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I would use Nissan GT that would have a double XP points or something like that. XP Boost, I think was the name.
In Horizon 3, I drove the Ford GT17 X FE edition, or HE, I think it was called, in Horizon edition.
Yeah.
And I averaged about 920.
Okay.
Per lap, because it was just all out.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I have done in Goliath in Forza Horizon 5. as often as I did in Forza Horizon 3. I have to be honest.
We should do it more.
Yeah, we should. We did many in Forza Horizon 4 though.
Mm-hmm.
The showdown.
Yeah, that was always fun. I was very surprised at how well the lower class PI cars ran. It was just incredible.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, a lot of that was the drivers, because the drivers,
Yes.
they're incredible, but
yes, they
always
are.
surprising.
Maybe someday I get him here.
Yes.
What's your least favorite track?
All the small ones. So in motorsport, it would be the small Nuremberg.
Yeah, okay.
Horizon 4, you and I share a hatred for the primary map at the Horizon Center.
Yeah.
I don't know what the map's called, but both you and I can't stand that thing.
I don't remember that in Forza, but I think there was actually when people ask me, I always say it was the Ambleside track.
Yeah.
That it's horrible when we had a very high class.
Oh yeah, that was the one that I did a custom route with the D-class hypercars for
yes,
PV.
D-class, yes. We needed hypercars in D-class Forza. Do it happen. Make it happen.
Make it happen. We will have so much fun.
Yes. When did you realize that you had this passion for cars? When you were like, oh, I'm a car guy. I like it.
So here's the thing. I'm not a car guy.
Okay.
I don't know anything that much about cars, but the funny thing is everybody in my family loves cars. My brother works on cars. He was a jet mechanic in the Air Force.
Yeah.
He has a garage in the back with a lift that he just works on cars all the time.
Yeah.
My first son, who's going to be 29 here pretty soon, he's certified diesel mechanic. So I grew up around mechanics. I grew up around engines and seeing old cars being restored and rebuilt. So though I have an incredible appreciation for them, I don't want to touch them.
Okay.
I just want to drive them, and that's it.
Yeah. I understand. It's can be a little complicated to know everything.
Yeah, I think I share a thing with John Awana where we get incredibly frustrated and upset very fast over inanimate objects. And I've heard him say that in his streams. I get so frustrated with inanimate objects, like just putting in a bolt, just doesn't go well for me. So let me drive it. Let me appreciate it.
Yeah.
You all can work on them. I'm not touching it.
Yeah. And what does Forza mean to you? The Forza community.
Yeah, no, I've heard a lot of people, and of course the word just left my head. To me, Forza means it's not so much community as it is a culture.
Okay.
Because I see it as a culture, because you have like car cultures, you have gaming cultures.
Yeah.
I think the Forza community in itself is very unique in how you have people that have no appreciation for vehicles, who have a great appreciation for vehicles, who don't watch, I don't watch any kind of racing. And I know so many people that watch NASCAR and F1 and F2 and all the other stuff like that. Even my son watches races every weekend, my youngest, and I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's a culture that everybody can come together and appreciate the differences within the culture through the game. And so I think Forza and Microsoft have done an excellent job in building a culture and a community under this title. Most definitely.
Okay. Yeah. It's a nice reply. It's something's nice about the community. We have people that do everything. We have people that dedicate their time in tuning, doing liveries, or paint, doing liveries, or taking photos, or racing, doing hot laps, and trying to be faster. Yeah, that's true.
I think the Super 7 addition to the Horizon titles and creating those short tests, which they kind of based off of some other features in previous Horizons, But the custom blueprints where you can finally now add pieces to your track, just like the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another outlet for people that didn't want to do tunes, that wasn't interested in creating liveries, that could care less about photography. So the Forza community has welcomed in a new set of people to create, and it's really awesome. Some of these blueprints that people create are just incredibly beautiful and complex.
Yeah. It's amazing what they create, and I love this creativity. Many people start using the Super 7 and create some photo studios. It's amazing. It's amazing what they are doing, and I'm very happy they are doing it.
Yes.
That's very nice. I'm very happy. Okay, so now let's talk a little about your YouTube channel. When did you start making videos, and why? How come you decided to start making those videos?
So I've done video editing in the past for different things, for different types of jobs.
Yeah.
Light editing. Then I would say about 20 years ago, about 15 years ago, I had a couple groups that they're photography groups, and what they do is they go out and they get photography magazines, they scan them, so like National Geographic, photo magazines of models, and some guy wanted me to put together some videos for him of that photography that they had created. So I started doing that, and that actually took off really good.
Yeah.
So I started posting them, and then I got a full-time job again.
Yeah.
And I had no time to do it, so I took it all down. And then I started playing Forza again, and all my friends were like, "How are you beating these cars in unbeatable drive-atar mode?" So I started going, "Oh, well, I'll go ahead and make videos of just how I race unbeatable drive-atars and show my friends."
Yeah.
So I just started making videos for friends and family members that would ask me questions of, how do you do this?
Okay.
And that's how it all started.
Yeah.
And that's what I still continue to do.
Because I noticed that most of your videos on YouTube, you are showing people how to do stuff, how to find, where is the place for taking the photo challenge of that week, or where the
and how the photo settings. So what I do is before I decide to make videos, when people ask me questions, I will shoot them links to videos that already do this.
Yeah.
And then they come back to me and say, well, they don't show you how to get there, or they don't show you how to find a cool livery, or they don't show you how to change the aperture. So if I'm helping people do something, and then the people are coming back to me and saying, this, I'm not getting out of this video or these videos that I want. How do I do this? And when I hear that enough, then I start to make videos for that.
Okay. What kind of videos that you make that usually people watch most? Is the one that helps with photography, or the one that helps with the weekly challenges?
It varies. Right now, it's the weekly challenges.
Yeah.
I get the most consistent views with that. And some shorts. It's amazing. YouTube's algorithm is funny. I'll put up a short and I'll watch it do 1,000 to 1,300 views within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it gets no more views.
Okay.
It just stops. It is so weird. I've taken the same video and I've uploaded it 5 times.
Yeah.
And each time I upload it, it gets between 1,000 and 1,400 views. And then it just stops.
And stops, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not doing this to get a lot of viewers and stuff. I'm doing it because I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy learning about the game. I really like picking really nice liveries and tunes.
Yeah.
And sharing those for people. Some of them are mine, but 90% of them are other people's.
Okay.
And then I like showing people this is how I got what I got. This is what I went through to get what you see.
Okay. So it's it's sharing your knowledge in game and
it's fun. It's a hobby.
Yeah, it's a nice hobby. I think it's nice. I think it's very nice. I like to see YouTubers that they show everything. I mean, I like YouTubers in general.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice way to put their creativity side out, and people are so creative. It's what everyone does. It's amazing. I like it. That's why I like Forza community, because there are so many creativity in it.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see here. Another question. You also take photos in Forza, and you are a very known forzatographer. You have won some Forza competitions for the Photocom, and do you also like to take photos in real life, or is just in Forza?
I do, but I suck.
Okay. So you do it better in Forza than in real life?
Yes.
Okay. Then you try to take also pictures of cars in real life, or then it's just landscapes and people or your dogs or whatever?
No cars too. It's I'm legally blind in my right eye, so I have very poor depth perception.
Okay.
And a field of view.
Yeah.
And so I can see in the game things that I don't see in real life.
Oh, okay.
It's really weird how that works. I don't know why it works out that way.
I don't know either.
But yeah, if you see my photos in real life, you're going to be like, what? What is he taking a picture of there?
What? Oh, so then it's when we have to ask you, why did you take that picture? Explain me. I need to understand your point of view. Yes. Yeah.
There's some reason that you can only see the tire of the car and the rest of the car is out of focus.
Okay. So maybe because in video game it's a little bit smaller, so it's...
Yeah, and it's more flat, so...
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Catching a ball is very difficult for me.
Okay.
They usually, like baseball or football or soccer.
Yeah.
I don't see where it's at until it's about 3 feet away from my face.
Okay, and
at that point, you don't have time to dodge. You just get hit, and you're like, oh!
Okay, well, that's too late, yeah. So, it's for just to being comfort you, I can see well in both eyes, and I won't see the ball when it's like here, so
yeah,
less than 1 feet, so don't worry. I will have no reaction whatsoever to that ball, so it's okay. Okay, so let's keep talking about Forza and photography. Last year, right before Forza Horizon 5 was released, you made a photo competition and on Twitter, and the biggest prize was a copy of the Forza Horizon 5 Premium Edition. And my question is, why did you do that? I mean, you had no sponsorship. You also, it was all from your pocket. And so why? Why did you decide to give away a copy of the game?
There are a lot of photographers out there within the game that do beautiful work, and and this is every facet of the game. You'll see something just like, holy cow, how did they do that? How did they come up with that? How did they get the game to do this or look like this? And you see these posts with like 1 or 2 likes.
Yeah.
And it's like they're tagging all the right people, they're using all the right hashtags, they're adding all the right people, and there's like the post has been up for 20 days and there's 2 likes, and you're like, WTF.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to see this because this is incredible.
Yeah.
So I wanted I know that not everybody has the money to go out and get a game like this. And so I thought, well, why don't I do a competition? And then what can I do to kind of like bring people into the competition that don't normally compete? And so I went ahead and the first 2 rounds were 3-month Game Pass.
Yeah.
And then the third round was the full game. And it was funny. I had one person say, "Why are you giving away a Game Pass for this round when you can go get Game Pass for $1?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, if you've never had Game Pass before, then it's $1.
Yeah.
If you've had it before, you can't get it for $1 anymore.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
have to pay full price for it."
Yeah.
I said, "So if you enter and you win, you can get your Game Pass for 3 months for $1, and then you're going to get another 3 months from me, so you got Game Pass for a half a year."
Yes.
And he goes, "I didn't think of it that way." And then he shared a picture.
Yeah.
So my primary goal was to get people out to share their photography so that everybody could see it.
Yeah.
The 3 rounds consisted of different things. One was photo, you could photo edit the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
The third round was in-game photography only, no editing. And I was still completely shocked and awed at the quality of some of the photos that came out in round 3 that weren't edited. It was like, oh my God. So that's why I did it. Really, the prizes were just to get people involved and have a good time, to meet each other, to see other people's work, to expose themselves to the community.
Yeah.
And for me, giving a gift was the fun part for me.
Because you also made a video after with those photos, right? The photos of the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
That was the other fun part for me.
Making the videos.
Yeah.
No, was it hard to find the winner? No, because you had
well, I had judges.
Yes.
You were one of the judges.
I know.
And so what we did, nobody else, some of the people don't know. I did share who all the judges were in round 3 in the video. I wanted to do a blind react with the judges because I know that we all have favorites that we like. And so I just shared the photos with the judges and no names. For me, because I knew who the people were taking the pictures, I did a blind react. I would do 3 blind reacts. I would look at the pictures 3 times and then give them each score every time. Yeah. And then I did an average of those 3 scores, and that was the score I gave the photo.
Okay. Yeah. And then, no, I actually, I think it was a very nice competition. I was very happy that you invited me to be a judge. It was nice to see so many photos, and I really like that I didn't know who was taking those photos. It's nice, but I think it's better that way.
Yeah.
But I just want to say that it was a very nice thing what you did, and
well, thank you.
And I don't remember who was the winner. Do you remember?
It was not off the top of my head.
Ago. Oh my God, we are too old and we have too bad memory.
I'd have to go watch the video. I know that Yi won. He tied with somebody, and I think in the second one.
Okay.
PTG Yi.
Yeah.
It was a picture of a bike that he took at night with the headlights of the car shining on the bike, casting a shadow onto the building. Oh. It was freaking incredible. PTG did really good picking that one up.
Yep. I think he does an amazing job, and amazing pictures, and he's very creative, and yep. And also someday he's here. Okay, so let's see. What other games do you play besides Forza? I guess Doom, since it's your favorite livery for the spider.
Yeah. I remember when I was younger and my mom brought home Doom. She first brought home Wolfenstein 3D.
Okay.
And we played that. And then she brought home Doom, and she's like, one of the guys at work gave me and they were on 6 floppies. The big 5.2-inch floppies.
Okay.
She's like, you're going to love this game. It's so freaking scary. And I'm like, what are you talking about? A scary game? She goes, it scared the shit out of me at work. I screamed. I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's install it. See what it's like. Yeah. So the computer's set up in like a shared room. I walk in, all the lights are off. She has 2 candles on either side of the monitor.
Okay.
Just like in the game. because there was candles everywhere in the game.
Yes, yeah.
The game, my brother had hooked a stereo system up to the computer.
Okay.
So it was loud. So when there was a boom, you felt it all through the chair and all through your body and everything else.
Oh, that's nice.
And
nice way to play.
So pitch black room, 2 candles, booming stereo system, scared the shit out of all of us.
It's easy to be scared this way.
That was when I really got hooked into gaming, and I've played everything. I haven't played the big RPG. I haven't done the big open world stuff like WoW and some of those.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just too much time. I have a bit more. I have a little bit more of a life than needed to play a game like that.
Yeah, I think I have said it recently, and yeah, days should be 30 hours long.
Yeah.
Because I don't have time. And how do you do to be a streamer, a YouTuber, and I know you have a full-time job, you have family. How do you find time for all of it, Yarrokon?
Oh, like you said earlier, no sleep.
No sleep. We sleep when we are dead.
When everybody goes to bed.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to bed, and then I start doing my thing.
Yeah.
Now, playing, my wife, drinking, swearing boy mom,
yeah,
she plays Forza, and so I'll do the weekly challenges with her and some of the dailies.
Yeah.
I'll take her through a lot of the weekly races so that she can unlock cars and stuff. Our younger son, Elric, he plays, so sometimes we'll all be playing at the same time together.
Okay.
But a lot of the how-to videos that I do is primarily because of them.
Okay. So while you were playing with them, you were also recording?
Sometimes, yes, I'm recording.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's a nice way to do 2 things at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you get inspiration for the videos? How do you have idea how? Don't say, oh, today I'm going to do this video about it. Or it's basically when people ask you, how do I do this? How can you help me? How?
To me, the biggest challenge is getting them the right information, the right amount of information that they need without being too wordy. I want to keep the daily video, which shows how to do all 7 days.
Yeah.
And it shows you tunes and liveries that I've picked up for that week.
Okay.
I want that to be under 6 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
So go ahead.
Those tunes that you choose are always yours, or you took also, do you take also other people's tune?
Yeah. I used to do a lot of tuning in Horizon. I did a lot of liveries in Horizon 3. I learned how to paint. Horizon 4, I sat down and said, I'm going to learn how to tune.
Yeah.
And then Horizon 5, I was butthurt in the beginning when I couldn't bring my tunes over from 4. I threw a fit like a little child. Yeah, a 50-year-old man threw a fit like a little child. Yeah. Because I couldn't bring my tunes over.
But they didn't say that we couldn't be able to bring the tunes because of the physics would be different and stuff like that. Wasn't that
no, there's new parts, there's new things that you can do in tunes that you couldn't before, so they just port. There would be no information to port it over and things would crash. So it makes, from a computer and programming standpoint, totally get it, Forza. I understand you did the right thing.
Yeah.
Because you would have broke a lot of shit doing it the other way.
Okay.
But I was still butthurt. So I said, you know what? I haven't really taken the time to explore other people in the tunes they make and in the liveries they make. And so in Horizon 5, I sat down and I just started finding all the different tuners and all the different livery creators that I could find and grabbing their stuff and using it.
Yeah.
And so that's what I share. Like 90% of what I share is other people's stuff.
Okay. Do you have some, we don't need to say names here, but do you have like favorite tuners and favorite livery guys you always use?
Oh, yeah.
Often their stuff. Yeah.
There are sometimes I try to veer, I'll pull it up and there's been a few times where it's like 4 or 5 livery creators that are really good livery creators all created a livery for a car.
Mm.
And I sit there, I'm like, you bastards, I can't pick just one. Why must you all share livery for this car right now? There's too many. I can't pick.
Yeah.
And so sometimes when I see that, I'll be like, I'll look at their downloads and see what they're getting, and I'm like, oh, they're all getting good downloads. So then I'll kind of go through and search. I'll find somebody that's got a good livery that isn't getting a lot of attention, so I'll pick that one.
Okay. It's nice. It's nice helping out people.
But yes, I curse. I'm like, you bastards, stop giving me choices.
Okay, now I will stop talking about Forza. And you like RC cars.
Yes.
Yeah. And was it something that you have always done since you were a little boy, or it was
no?
It started
no.
later.
I was a poor little boy.
A poor little boy. Okay.
We were broke.
So RC cars, they are expensive because I have no idea if they are. I mean, I buy those for my kids, but they are just those that are very cheap and maybe yeah.
Yeah. So. I've always wanted RC cars. I've always had a friend that had one.
Yeah.
And we've played with them and always have had a good. Now, when I'm talking RC cars, I'm not talking about the $20, $30, $50, $100 cars that you get at like Target or your local store.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the 8th and 10th scale $500, $600, $1,000, $2,000 cars.
Okay.
That you can build from scratch or customize to whatever you want them to do. And that market has blown up over the past 10 years. But I didn't get into it until a friend of mine who was a mechanic. We had a guy that was my mom's age that lived 2 houses down from us.
Yeah.
And we always called him Rick, that dude down the street. That's literally what we called him. And all the kids would hang out at his house because he was always in his garage rebuilding cars.
Okay.
He was a programmer and he retired at 40, had everything paid off, didn't have any expenses. So he would take his money and he would he would go buy a shell of a vehicle, rebuild it from scratch, and then sell it and use that money to put into another car. And so he taught me how to drive in sand rails and ATCs and ATVs and motorcycles. Yeah. But he could never get me to help him work on cars because I hated it.
Okay.
And when he died, he left me some money. And he's like, I want you to take this much money and put it towards your family. I was like, okay. Yeah. And then he goes, and this little chunk of money right here, I want you to go start a hobby that you've always wanted to do that you've not had the money to do and spend this money doing that.
Okay. That's nice.
So literally, I was at work. I'm like, I was trying to figure out what am I going to do with this money that he wants me to have fun with. So it hit me. I'm like, holy cow, I can afford an RC car now.
Yeah.
So I literally took a break at lunch at my job, drove down to a hobby shop, bought a $400 RC car. It was a Traxxas / two-wheel drive. Brought it back to work. Everybody in the office, eyes lit up. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, a toy!" Because we're all kid adults, a bunch of dudes. Even the girls were like, "What the hell is that? That looks so awesome!" I'm like, "No, look at the tires. They're squishy. The spring work is awesome." So I literally unboxed it, put it together, charged it up. I drove it for 2 minutes and I fucking broke it. At the end of work.
How did you break it?
I was going fast. Those things do 35 miles an hour. So we have an open area and I was doing 35 miles an hour in this open office space, just zipping around.
Oh.
And I didn't turn quick enough and one of the tires caught on the bottom of a chair and it broke the tire off.
Okay.
So literally after work, I go back to the hobby store with the wheel and everything in my hand. I'm like, I broke it. What do I need to buy to fix it?
Mm.
And he just looked at me. I'm like, why do you look upset? He goes, well, a lot of people complain. I'm like, dude, that's the most fun I've had in 20 years. I broke it. How do I fix it?
Mm.
Give me the parts. I bought the parts and I went home and fixed it. And why I say I do the hobby on and off is because it's freaking expensive.
Yeah, I understand. It's bad with expensive hobby. I'm glad I don't have expensive hobby, but I have children. It's almost the same.
It is the same thing. That's way more expensive.
Yes.
In fact, my youngest, I got him driving RC cars when the car sitting on its tail was taller than he was. I got a picture of Elric standing next to an RC car, and the car's like this above his head.
Oh, wow.
And he asked me, he's like, Dad, how come we don't do RC cars so much? And I'm like, dude, you are really expensive. Feeding you, keeping you healthy, going to school, that's very expensive.
Yes, yes.
And he kind of looked at me and he goes, if I move out and live with somebody else, can we do RC cars again? I'm like, yeah, I could afford it, but I don't want you to leave.
Yeah, I know.
So we'll play a little bit. I save up money. We play a little bit. I save up money.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's better to keep playing video games. It's a little cheaper though.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, unless you are a computer player and then your computer starts having problems and you need a new motherboard or graphic card or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
I play a console, so I'm not sure about the name of the parts of the computer parts.
Oh, understand people that when you are a PC player and you're going to do something with her and something on your computer breaks, she always says, well, that sucks. You should just get an Xbox. Mine doesn't break.
Yes.
I can always play Yarrokon.
Yeah, I know. I think the same. Every time I see you or everyone else complain, just take a Xbox console. It's easier. They are fast. But then you told me that your computer is even faster than the Series X, though.
Yeah.
No. But I think for me, since I have no knowledge in computer, I have a very small knowledge. I think it's easier to use a console for playing. But since I stream and I have this podcast, I had to learn a lot. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you.
I had to learn a lot. So that everybody kind of understands this dynamic. I kind of attached myself to Robi on Twitter because I really enjoy her sense of humor. Everybody will kind of have like this perspective. And Robi's is a little twisted this way and a little twisted that way. And so when I would start seeing her cracking jokes and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to hang out with this one. I get where she's going. I get where she's coming from. She's gonna be my friend.
Yeah. And then I am BFF with your wife now.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, her and my wife. When they start talking, it's like, I'm gonna go do something else. Goodbye.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, really, you have such a good sense of humor.
Thank you. Yeah, I try. Not everyone understands me though. It's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay. I don't care. I mean, I have those people that know how I am and stick with me. And thank you.
Yeah.
I know some people think I'm annoying, but it's okay. Okay, this is not about me. It's about you, so it's okay.
I get the same thing.
Yes.
I had one person say that to me in a job a long time ago. He's like, dude, you don't ever shut up. Why are you so annoying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do you stand here and frickin' take it?
Yeah.
If I'm like salt and water with you, man, why do you just stand there and watch me? Just go.
Yep.
Don't waste your time. Do something else.
Exactly. I agree with you. Well, Yarrokon, I think that's it. The episode 21 is over. Well, let's see another year. Annoying
you
people.
did
it. My episodes. What were we going to say? Sorry.
I said you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
You did it.
I think 1 year ago I was so like, oh my god, should I do it? How do I do it? I don't know. I need a new mic. I don't have money for a new mic, but I know I have to have one.
And that's what I was gonna say before is she doesn't want details. She will say like, hey, I'm interested in doing this.
Yep.
She just chucks an idea at me. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this, or this looks like it'll be fun. Yep. And I'll shoot her a bunch of links. Look at this, this, and this, and this. And then if she really wants to do it, that's like,
yeah.
I remember with the podcast, she was like, hey, check out my first podcast. I was like, what?
What? Yeah.
Somebody made me a logo. What?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
It's like, oh, you're doing this. Okay.
Yes. I told you.
You got a Patreon. What?
Yes. Okay, let's just, for finishing here, just say, if you would like to see someone here on the podcast or see yourself here, there is a link in the comments. Just click on the link and suggest someone or suggest yourself. That's fine.
Fill it out.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe in my YouTube channel. It helps me a lot.
It does.
It does, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Yarrokon, for being here with me and talking to me. And finally, we were able to do this.
Yay!
It took a long time.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I had other people, so no problemo.
Yeah, I can't even talk. Anyways, you're welcome, and thank you very much for having me. Take care, everyone. Stay safe.
Care. Yes, take care, everyone. And I see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.